What's up there, gorgeous? We will see you soon. Okay, we are here, and got all the cameras are up. How's it going in here? What's happening? Boy, you look pretty spooky. So I have all three cameras. I got the SLX, the 35 guests tonight, so I'm hoping it's going to be quiet. But this is pretty neat. So, and last year, got the whistle right here as I'm walking by the stairs. Got a whistle.
Food, bad water, and bugs. What do you have? A nightmare. Anything more specific? Disease, absolutely.
Looks amazing.
So disease ran rampant through this area. And especially the number one disease here, calling it back to the bugs I just told you about. Does anybody know?
Malaria.
No, but that's second.
Sedentary?
Nope. Yellow fever? Yellow fever. Spirits. And by the way, if you have your meters out, this is a good place to do it. And I'll tell you why in a second. The reason why is this. You might see versus some horrible fire, murder, or whatever else in some of the other places, even downtown. Now, why I say there might get some indications here and why I say there are things here. This tree behind me is the oldest oak tree on base. It's 200 years old. As long as the U.S. Navy has been in Pensacola, this tree has been here. That means everything that has happened in this area, it has seen. Every hurricane, every fire. The Hart family lived here starting in 1860. This tree was already about 40 or 50 years old. The entire time they lived here, this tree was here. Confederate soldiers that hid behind it, and later on Union soldiers as well, they hid right behind this tree right here. Everything else that's happened through here, refurbishment of the lighthouse, extending the quarters, everything that has gone on, this tree has seen. If there's ever a physical manifestation. Now you bring up the graves. So there have been archaeological surveys on the other side of the house over there that they think were grave sites, but they have not dug and they have not disturbed.
Yeah.
So there's no confirmation yet. But I'll say this. The closest cemetery here was the Old Warrington Cemetery, which again was 2 miles that way, through the woods. Also, the soil here, by the way, is really sandy, so carts and wheeled things don't really work that well here either. So everything you carry was pretty much by hand, either back over there and back. Or you went down to the water and boated it. But even then, you still had to then carry it from the water back to where it was. So if we're talking about a burial, both because of the actual physical logistics and just because of the old culture that both African Americans and the South had in general, was you were buried as close as you could be to the family because it was their job to watch over your gravesite, to take care of it, to honor you. And the Hart House was here about a year later. So 166 years of people living here.
That's so good. I was darking this whole time.
And that leads into the next. You can see how close it is to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And we have several of these brick pilings all the way through here, and some of the other things that go on about this family that lived here, about the Hart family. Any questions so far?
Is that a reproduction of the house?
It is. It's a replica house. It's about 1.5 years old.
Yeah, it's really cool looking.
Gotcha, okay.
How are you, buddy?
If they're here, I'll do that.
kids really like the way the toys are laid out. We've tried to rearrange this room and redecorate it, and they do not care for it. They like everything where it is. We found toys on the ground in October when we try to rearrange it, so they really like it the way that it is. Coming to our next room, this is kind of the infamous bloody bedroom. If you guys look up the Pensacola Lighthouse or you kind of Google it, that'll come up a lot. One of the stories that comes up, we don't subscribe to it, but you'll hear it, so I'll tell it, is that there was a lighthouse keeper and he abused his wife and she snapped and she killed him, and there's really no evidence of that. We don't think that's what really happened. Where the bloody term comes from is between where the bed is and the fireplace. You see some like brown stains and things in the panels, in the wood. The story that we think's a little bit more kind of in line with the history and the evidence is the story of Ellen Clifford. So Ellen was the daughter of George Clifford, who was a lighthouse keeper. She lived here and grew up here, and when she was older, she married a gentleman who was in the army. They had a daughter, Naomi. She had complications from her birth, like from birthing Naomi, and she actually ended up passing from her complications, and her the grandparents adopted Naomi, and the belief was that Ellen kind of hung out here so that she could watch over her daughter as she grew up. The last lighthouse keeper that was here, James Hatton, his son Emmett, he said he saw his mom scrub at those stains, but the stains have always kind of like stayed in the wood and everything. We got a lot of activity from Ellen over the years. Kind of go through this for every tour, so I don't know if you tried this with a ghost in the metaphor or our ghost usually with brick. So if there's a spirit with us, listen to our tour today, can you please make the rods cross to show us what a yes looks like? And then just like your leaders for the yes or no questions, you can just ask us the questions.
Over here, underneath the stairs, was a male apparition crouching under the stairs, just watching them do what they do. So they haven't played with the ramp pod a whole lot tonight, but when they have, it like... Oh, we've not had the green light yet tonight, so thank you for that. Can you try one of the other lights on it? Would you be willing to do that?
Oops.
And if you don't want to, you don't have to. If you want to try the cat toy instead, I know those are super easy for you. But maybe you like the green light the best. I like giving them options. Hey, it's your house, do it how you want. I like to give it simple ways of doing it. So those renovations definitely have stirred up things. But when you think about the activity, like when the Confederates had the lighthouse under their control in the Civil War, they dismantled the light, took it down, buried it. The Union forces were still firing cannons over here the whole bit. People, getting hurt through the war process. Yellow fever came through here. Oh, hey, thanks for letting us know you're back. Thomas, if that's you, could you turn it back off? Because you came here earlier, so if you wouldn't mind turning it back off just to confirm it's you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming back. I know you were just here a minute ago. So he's used to my stories, and sometimes he interacts with them. He confirmed one of my stories I'm going to share with you. Anyway, not a lot of basements in this area of Florida due to water tables. This does have two sides. That side is storage. This side, of course, is part of the museum. So over the years, lots of stuff's happened here through the Civil War, through people working here as lighthouse keepers, their families, their kids, everything. So this was used for storage, for sleeping quarters, for hobbies like taxidermy and even distilling. And I think I might have distilled too if I was working here doing what they were doing, wearing those clothes. And that time I might distill also because you might want a cocktail once in a while. But anyway, we've also had different renovation projects that stirred up things. In the 90s, a lot of work was done here. They were revamping the plumbing. This is the story that Thomas has confirmed for me several times in the past. So when they had to get all the ropes for insulation from when the plumbing had originally been installed, removed to do the work, it was a big job. So they couldn't finish it all in one day. So they thought, we'll come back. We're just going to lock up for the night. They came back the next day. It had all been finished, removed, but the ropes weren't down here. They were found on the second floor in one of the rooms. So Thomas was lighting all kinds of stuff. I had a mag light. He was over there on that table, and he was just lighting it. And finally I just said, wait, are you lighting this because are you telling me, did you do it? And he said, yes. And I said, okay, I'm going to ask just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. I asked him a couple times, told this story numerous times, asked him to confirm it, various tours, and he has confirmed it more than once. Who am I to prove him wrong? So I give Thomas credit. He says he took the rest of the ropes off and put them upstairs. Probably because he worked here and he takes pride in the lighthouse because he lived here for quite a long time and did that. It still exists today.
There you go. Look at this.
They actually came and when they commissioned the Hard
Oh, wow.
House.
Go for it, man. Turn it.
It's moving. Yeah, here, come on.
No, it's going backward. I'm in airplane mode too, so it shouldn't matter. Yeah, it's going to town.
Oh yeah, it's spinning.
Let's keep you went one way and they just went another way. There you go. Turn it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you touch the middle one? The middle cat ball?
That is cool.
On the church pew.
Like an even stronger accent, so I felt like it was that reason, like in the north they're southern spirits. But that's
Because
really
what
cool.
proves the 1,000 rods is you say go find this person, and the person that holds the 1,000 rods don't know what the person may hide.
Right.
Okay.
Can you uncross your rod for me, please?
Yeah. I didn't know it was me that crossed them. You wanna try? See, I feel like I'm not holding them. I feel like I'm crossing them myself.
Gentlemen were in the army. They were really good friends, and they were boarding here. One was staying in this room, and one was staying in the room next door. In the middle of the night, the one gentleman hears a woman's voice in his friend's room, coming from his friend's room. He was like, that is not gonna fly. So he got up, went to his friend's room, knocked the door down. But when they went in, there was nobody there, and there was no woman there. They thought maybe that was Ellen still hanging around. That gentleman actually came back. He took a tour, I want to say like 1 or 2 years ago, and we got to meet him, and he retold the story. He said it was the scariest night of his life. And he got a lot of activity, and we think Ellen remembered him. Walls look like, so they light up. There's four in the room. Not all the ghosts like them. A lot of them think they're too
Hello.
cool with toys, and they don't want to play with them. But some of them will interact with that. Like I was just showing, if you just get near them, they don't go off. You have to really touch them. The other things I have today are dowsing rods. You guys have seen these. We can do a demonstration at the end if you'd like.
Hello?
One day, just my son was 10 years old at the time. It's good little bit of time ago, but I had my nephew with us, and we were all four at the top of the tower, just walking around, looking at things. Well, my house used to be off Goat Beach Highway. I could actually see my house, and I could actually see the lighthouse, which was so cool because when we bought our first house, I did not realize I was buying it with a great view of the lighthouse. So anyway, I'm up there and I can spot my house. I've got a camera. I'm taking some pictures of my house. I can see it from up there, which is pretty cool to me. And all of a sudden, I felt a light tap on my shoulder. It was noticeable because I thought my wife had walked around.
It wouldn't have been a tap if I did it.
No, she was slapping probably or something. Who knows? But I turned around. I mean, you know when somebody touches you, it's a reaction. You feel it. You look. I mean, it was nobody there. I'm like, somebody just touched me. So I went around and said, "Did you just come around and tap me just to, scare me or whatever?" No. I'm like, Brandon Dawson, that's my son, my nephew. No. I'm like, okay.
This was pretty awesome, man. Shout out to the staff and all the people that ran this. Man, it was really good. A lot of stories, a lot of personal things that happened, and what a great time. Man, this place, the lighthouse. If you can ever get on the tours, get on the ghost hunt, it's about 2.5 hours, man. They take you all over, and come check it out. And some of the cameras I use, my SLS is outside, and there's my other camera there. And so pretty neat, pretty freaking neat, man. You guys better shut the fuck up.